For decades, the Ford F-150 has stood firm as America's best-selling pickup truck, not simply because of its bold design or its advanced technology, but because Ford has consistently pushed itself to revise, re-engineer, and completely rethink the very heart of the truck, which is the engine. And for 2027, Ford engineers have pulled off something that almost nobody in the industry saw coming. While other manufacturers are walking away from large displacement engines and moving towards smaller alternatives, Ford is going all in on raw mechanical power and long-term durability. The 2027 F-150 is not receiving one upgrade or two upgrades, but three massive V8 upgrades that nobody expected. And according to people who are directly inside the program, these changes were engineered with long-term reliability, serious towing capability, and high-performance driving placed at the very center of every single decision. This is not a mild refresh or a basic tune. These upgrades fundamentally change how the V8 behaves under pressure, how it responds the moment you put your foot down, and how it holds together through years of extreme real-world use. Multiple engineers who work directly on the 2027 powertrain program have confirmed that Ford pushed this new V8 well beyond what the current 5.0 Coyote is capable of delivering. So let us break down each upgrade one by one, explain exactly why each one matters, and show how these combined changes transform the 2027 F-150 into a completely different kind of machine on the road. Upgrade number 1 is a stronger and more efficient Coyote 5.0 Gen 6 with reinforced internals. The first major upgrade starts deep inside the engine block itself. Ford is introducing what insiders are already calling the Coyote Gen 6, a heavily revised version of the legendary 5.0 V8. And this is not simply about chasing higher horsepower numbers on a spec sheet. This redesign was built from the ground up to fix the real-world weaknesses that engineers have been carefully observing over years of hard customer use. So what exactly changed inside the engine? Ford engineers confirmed that the new 5.0 Coyote receives stronger forged connecting rods, a revised piston design featuring improved thermal coatings, a more rigid block casting that reduces cylinder wall flex under stress, and upgraded valve train materials specifically chosen to reduce wear during high RPM operation. According to a Ford powertrain specialist involved directly in durability testing, the primary motivation behind all of these changes was straightforward. It came down entirely to how real customers actually use their trucks every day. A large number of F-150 owners tow heavy loads on a regular basis, run the engine consistently hard, or push the V8 deep into the RPM range. Over time, engineers identified specific stress points within the engine that could be improved for the long haul. The 2027 upgrade directly addresses every one of those durability concerns, and the benefits extend well beyond just a longer engine life. These internal upgrades also allow Ford to safely extract more horsepower and torque without putting long-term reliability at risk. Early engineering estimates point to a meaningful bump in output, with the new 5.0 sitting comfortably above the current engine, particularly in mid-range torque delivery, where towing performance matters most. One engineer described it simply by saying, "They did not just strengthen the Coyote, they made it a true long-distance engine, one that actually performs better under a heavy load than any generation that came before it." Upgrade number 2 is a new dual injection system built for sharper power delivery and improved fuel economy. The second major upgrade is centered entirely on fueling technology. Ford has used dual injection on earlier Coyote versions in the past, but the 2027 system is a significant step forward in every measurable way. It features higher flow direct injection pumps, faster response port injectors, and revised engine control unit maps with smarter adaptive learning built directly in. The motivation behind this upgrade is rooted in a problem that every modern V8 faces in today's market. According to Ford calibration engineers, the core challenge with big displacement engines right now is the tension between making serious power and staying cleanly within emissions regulations. Producing strong horsepower requires aggressive timing and fueling strategies. Meeting strict emissions standards requires ultra-clean combustion under every possible driving condition. The new dual injection system solves both problems at once by managing fuel distribution with microscopic precision across the entire operating range. This upgraded system allows Ford to run more ignition timing without triggering engine knock, improve throttle response at low engine speeds, increase fuel efficiency during highway cruising, and deliver more consistent power output during towing situations. One engineer described it as the most responsive V8 throttle the team has tuned since the 2013 Boss 302 program. That is a bold and serious statement, and it matters because F-150 buyers want engines that feel genuinely quick and alive, not just engines that produce impressive numbers on a paper spec sheet. For everyday drivers, this translates into smoother acceleration, stronger low-end torque, and noticeably better fuel economy on the open highway. For towing, it means more confident and sustained power on uphill grades, because the engine can maintain optimal combustion even when operating under extreme heat and heavy load conditions at the same time. Upgrade number 3 is a new performance-focused exhaust and airflow system that unlocks additional power and delivers a much better sound. This third upgrade will almost certainly be the most popular among F-150 enthusiasts right across the country. Ford has completely redesigned the entire airflow system for the 2027 V8, covering both the intake side and the exhaust side together as one cohesive package. Engineers were very clear that this was never simply about adding more noise. The real goal was to genuinely improve how freely the engine breathes under all conditions. The updated airflow package includes a higher flow cold air intake, larger dual throttle bodies available on select trim levels, a new tuned length exhaust manifold, reduced back pressure tailpipes, and more aggressive active valve exhaust tuning across the full RPM range. These changes allow the new V8 to breathe far more freely, particularly at higher engine speeds, which produces a broader and fuller horsepower curve across the board. On the subject of sound, Ford engineers revealed that many buyers had complained that recent V8 models felt too quiet and too filtered for their taste. So, for 2027, Ford intentionally gave the V8 a deeper and more classic rumble while keeping active exhaust valves in place to satisfy noise limits in residential neighborhoods. Titanium packing, improved muffler geometry, and newly developed internal chambers were all engineered specifically to recreate that unmistakable Ford V8 growl without the unwanted drone on long highway trips. One exhaust engineer stated that the team's goal was to make the 2027 F-150 sound exactly like a true American V8 should, not a softened or filtered version of one. So why is Ford doubling down so hard on the V8 in 2027? While other brands shift towards smaller turbocharged engines or fully electrified powertrains, the engineers gave a direct and confident answer. F-150 owners still want V8 engines. Internal data clearly shows that V8 buyers tow more frequently, keep their trucks longer, report the highest overall satisfaction ratings, and consistently place sound, durability, and mechanical simplicity above everything else on their priority list. Ford knows that its long-term success comes from genuinely listening to what truck owners need, not from chasing whatever automotive trend happens to dominate the headlines at any given moment. The 2027 F-150 V8 is built for the people who still believe in real trucks. These 3 upgrades prove that Ford is not closing the door on the V8 era. They are pushing it further than it has ever gone before.